from Radovljica. Me and Helene are on another Slovenian adventure today. Radovljica is like a cute little town, only a couple of kilometers away from Lake Bled and what, 40 minutes from Ljubljana?
Yeah.
Kind of? Yeah. And it's famous for honey and chocolate in recent years. There's like a chocolate festival, but we are actually here to go for a workshop of Lectar. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Yeah, it's gingerbread-like cookies that you decorate. They're not necessarily made to be eaten, but more as ornaments or like gifts. They used to give them to, you know, confess love in like the medieval times. This is what we'll be making.
You can try first here and then oh yeah. Not bad. Go, yeah? Yeah, I used to write names on cakes.
I'm definitely not gonna write the name because it's gonna look so bad. This is Helene's. And now I'm gonna give it a try as well. Okay, here's my finished result. Not the best. This is what looks way better, but it's alright. We are done with our little workshop. It was a bit awkward. The two women, I think they were really confused as to why we would even come here, like to a workshop, because we live in Slovenia. You get to basically decorate one cookie, and it's 15 euros per person, and they tell you a little bit about how they make them. Now we are gonna go to the beekeeping museum, I think, and just walk around town. Yeah, in this mansion over here. Wow, what an angle! I think ages were adding queen bees. I didn't even know that existed. This is so random. This is not a dollhouse. This is an actual beehive. How cool is it? This is another beehive, and we're just saying this is supposed to be a lion. I'm not sure.
It looks like the painting that the woman redid in the church, and she tried to restore it,
Yeah.
and it looks not like what it's supposed to. This is this.
It looks more like a wannabe bear meets something else. And these are something that they're called Panska končnica, basically. It's like the illustrations that you see on like the parts of the beehive. They tell different stories. So in Slovenia we didn't use horses. We used to use roosters. We have a very bloody combat here.
Oh yes, the head on the end of the sword.
Oh. Things we find entertaining. What's wrong with it? Oh, again, beehives. This one saw something really terrifying. Look, we have more cookies here. These are made from like a mold. You can see them there. Traveling around with Helene, like around Slovenia, is like having like an encyclopedia next to me. Because she knows all the random facts about Slovenia. And I'm just like, I've never heard that before. And I'm from here. She's more Slovenian than literally the whole of Slovenia. We just came to this viewing platform, and unfortunately the weather is not that great today, so we can't see the mountains. But down there, there's supposed to be the highest peak in Slovenia. It's called Triglav. But yeah, unfortunately we can't see anything today. It's lunchtime. We are going to if it's gonna be open. I think it's open. We're going to Vila Podvin. It's a little more fancy, I guess. The chef is quite known, and yeah, I saw the pictures of the food and it looks pretty nice, so hopefully we can get something nice to eat. We have finished our lunch. We're there for like 2 hours, so it's literally sunset now. But it was good, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yummy.
I liked all the dishes. And it wasn't too expensive. It was only like 20 euros per person for the 3 courses, which is really not bad. Now we are heading home, I guess. We'll plan another adventure. This one was more of like a
Quick
last-minute
half
day adventure, but we'll do some proper ones. So,
Yes.
yeah. I'm back home now, and me and my dad just put up the Christmas lights on the balcony. And now it's time to watch the YouTube Rewind 2019. Last year's was a bit all over the place. I didn't like it. Most internet didn't like it either because it became the most disliked video on YouTube. It's pretty hilarious that the most disliked video on YouTube was actually made by YouTube. And here we go. Oh.
That is so awkward.
Last year's.
2018, the most disliked video in the history of YouTube.
Thoughts. Very basic, which I did not expect. It was just like a collage of most liked videos, top music videos, showcasing the new creators that have like exploded. I just thought it would be a little bit more creative. I definitely prefer the rewinds that they did like years ago, but I like how at the end of this one they've also like featured channels from all across the globe, because I think at the beginning it was mostly featuring like US and like UK creators. Let me know what your thoughts are, if you know what YouTube Rewind even is and if you've watched it. Look, it's super frosty today outside. Can you see all the white on the roofs and on the grass? It's Saturday the 7th of December and we are about to put out the Christmas tree. And we'll be watching Harry Potter while we're decorating, and we're also gonna make some lunch, right? Mm-hmm. What are we making?
Chili sin carne.
Chili sin carne. My grandma's here as well. Let's go to work. We've got the Christmas tree in here and all the baubles and lights over here. You gonna help us, Benji? No? Billy, you? You? Billy? Ci pomagu?
Now I'm going to show you how I make my chili sin carne, and excuse my face, I went out last night. First I'm gonna chop up this onion. I'm putting the onion in oil. Gonna let it simmer for a bit so it doesn't get burnt. Arguing has begun. So the meat substitute I'm using is this. It's called La Vida Biodrobljenec. I actually don't know what it is. Wheat or something? I don't know. I've got 2 of those. Now I'm adding the meat substitute. And I've never made it with this, so I don't actually know if it's gonna be good or not. Now I'm going to put spices in. So I'm gonna do chili with sea salt, garlic. What is this? Pepper? Yeah? No. Pepper? Wait. I'm brain dead today. I'm so sorry. Sandra, qual paprika?
Bell pepper is...
Oh, so bell pepper and ordinary pepper. Now I'm just letting it simmer for a bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to cook some rice. I'm gonna do 2 of these. And I'm also adding some water because it's kind of thick. I'm just gonna improvise, honestly. Don't even think this is chili sin carne, because it's not. It's just something I made up. Some tomatoes in, hopefully make it more liquidy. I added more water, and I'm gonna add vegetable stock so it's not as, you know, watery tasting. I don't know what I'm doing, guys, so bear with me. Lastly, I'm adding in corn and some beans. I'll just let it cook for, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes or so.
Here it is, all done up, and now it's time for the topper. Yay! And look, a little piece of London on our Christmas tree. My sister bought an advent calendar for Billy. She didn't get one for Benji because Benji is so picky, he doesn't eat all the treats, just like the two that he loves. Oh! Oh, wait. My camera doesn't really pick it up, but the sunset tonight is so pretty. Look what my sister got for her birthday from her friends. It's Billy.
I also got this booze. Netok.
Naravnost, zdaj proti desni.
Lej, on ti hoče pokazati.
On ti kaže zraven. My parents took my cousin to Finland, to the Santa Claus village, and we're just watching the live stream and they're waving at us. Oh, technology. This was hilarious. So we're watching them on the live cam and all of a sudden we see like a phone on the ground because it was, you know, the screen was bright like on the live cam. So I was like, should we call them? Like they just dropped the phone, like someone dropped the phone. And then my cousin saw it and they picked it up, and apparently there's like a woman there who lost her phone. So they were like, I don't know if they said something or what, but she came over and she was like all happy and hugged my dad. It was so funny. And now he's calling me. Hello. Ja sem hotla klicat, ker smo ga videli na tle. I'm currently sitting on my bed and gulping down water like I'm in some sort of a water drinking competition because I need to go to the hospital to give my urine sample. I still haven't done it because I was like away in Ljubljana. The hospital has like already called me about 20 times. I'm pretty sure they think I'm some sort of like a drug addict who is trying to avoid giving a urine sample at this point. Why can't I just do it at home and bring them the sample? The fact that you have to do it at a hospital at this exact time is just very inconvenient because I can't tell my body when it has to go pee, you know? Also, when you like just know that you're gonna like pee your arm or like pee your trousers when you're like trying to catch the urine. This is again one of those moments when I wish I was a guy because they have it real easy with that, okay? It's finally time for lunch. Today I'm gonna have one of my favorite combos, which is salmon, sweet potato, and broccoli. See, I don't eat crap all the time. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut it all up and put it on the tray and yeah, then show you what I do to season it, I guess. I'm always amazed at how much sweet potato comes out of a sweet potato, if that makes sense. But anyway, I'm just gonna put some oil over the veggies and then I'm gonna sprinkle on some salt, also some garlic, and then I'm gonna show you what I do with the salmon. So for salmon, I'm gonna mix a little bit of oil, which I've already put inside, with vegeta, which is dried veggies, I think. It's what we use a lot in Slovenia as like a seasoning, but yeah, it's just like a mix of dried veggies. Kind of looks like this. And then normally I would use a fresh crushed garlic and some fresh parsley, but I don't currently have either. So I'm just gonna use this garlic and this Mediterranean spice mix or herb mix. Hopefully it will taste good. And then I just basically put it on top of salmon. Here it is, and now everything is going in the oven. I'm gonna bake it on 180 degrees Celsius for about half an hour, I would say. We'll see. I might take some things out earlier than the others, but yeah, I'll leave it in for like 20 minutes and then we'll see what the situation is. I mean, this is what lunch dreams are made of, pretty much. I also have a ton of leftovers, so I guess I'll be eating the same thing for lunch tomorrow. So good.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
It is snowing! This is the first snow of the year. And I'm definitely not wearing appropriate footwear, but oh well. Yay! It's kind of nice. Having my breakfast with this beautiful view today. The snow proper stuck to the ground. I am currently in Ljubljana. I was here yesterday as well, but I didn't end up vlogging because I went Christmas shopping. I think I finally have most of the gifts that I wanted to buy. Christmas shopping really stresses me out though. I just really don't like it. And there's always those people who you don't know what to buy for in the crowds, and you have to carry like 10 bags by yourself. It's just not an enjoyable experience for me. And then I also met up with my fellow international freelance ladies who live here in Ljubljana. We had a little pre-Christmas drinks get together kind of thingy, because you know we don't have a Christmas party to attend because we're working for ourselves. So it was nice to meet up and have a really good chat. We actually went to the place called Tabar. It's a tapas and a wine bar here in Ljubljana. This was my first time there. It was actually really lovely. It got quite busy after like 8, I would say, but the atmosphere was still chill and you could like easily talk to each other. You didn't have to yell across the table, which is great if you just want to go somewhere and like talk. They had a really great selection of Slovenian wines as well. If you're into wine, I'm not, so I can't tell you a whole lot about Slovenian wine, but I had some rosé. I find it tame in comparison to other wines and I can drink it. And you pay by glass, not per bottle, which is great and ends up being really cheap. Didn't vlog because there were 2 new ladies there that I haven't met yet, and I always feel a bit weird just filming around people that I haven't met yet. The ladies were absolutely lovely. We had a lot in common, and I'm really happy that like my social circle here in Ljubljana is like growing and I'm meeting all these wonderful people. Finding people who are on the same page as me here is quite difficult. Once you lived abroad and you freelance and stuff, you don't have the usual lifestyle, so it's harder to find people you have stuff in common with. But yeah, I'm realizing there's quite a few of us here and I'm so happy that we are connecting because we're always having an amazing time together. It is Friday today. I'm waiting my sister. She just went to uni to take an exam, and then we're gonna pack our bags, and I think our mom is picking us up and taking us back to our hometown. Oh my god, I almost forgot to tell you what happened to me last night. So when I was trying to get back to the flat from our get-together, I hopped on my bus that I usually take, and I didn't realize that it was going straight to the garage, which is on the other side of the town. So I hopped on, and then all of a sudden where the bus was supposed to go, it just turns another way, and I was like freaking out. I ran up to the driver. I was like, how do I get to, you know, my area? And he was like, oh honey, we're going to the garage that's like on the opposite side of the town. And he was so kind enough to literally stop in the middle of the road, open his door and let me off the bus. I still had a bit of a walk back to the center of the town, but not as much as I would if I ended up on the opposite side of the town. I also didn't realize how bad the night buses are in Ljubljana. They're virtually non-existent, so catching a bus after 11 is kind of a mission impossible. Basically what ended up happening is I had to walk all the way home to the flat, which took me an hour, and it was really cold, it was snowing, it was slippery. 10 out of 10 would not recommend, but at least I'm thankful that I live in one of the safest countries in the world. If I had to walk home for an hour back in London, I would most definitely be robbed and raped by the time I arrived home. So yay for Slovenia. Finally home and having pad thai again. I finally checked what the stand is called. It's called Katis. It's in BTC, and I don't know, do they have a restaurant as well? Yeah, they also have a restaurant. Running out of the fog. Hello! And now they're off. Someone's leaving.
Wait, what about...
Oh, yes, so
No.
we both went to a concert, a choir performance, because my sister used to sing in a choir and they had a reunion of some sort. So yeah, they had like a 10-year reunion performance or something. And now she's leaving. Going skiing to France. And I'm watching this little monkey for the whole week.
I want to show them what I bought myself for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
It's an analog camera. It's the Lomo LC-A.
That's a new hobby of hers. It's weird to me because she never was into taking photos. And now she messaged me like a week ago and she's just like obsessed. Cool.
I already took one photo.
You'll show it when it's developed.
Well, if it develops correctly, I don't know.
Yeah.
My dad helped me put the film in, so I think it should be alright. Unless I mess it up when I have to rewind it back.
Have fun skiing.
Thanks.
And you have a lovely day. I'm signing off now. Next week I don't think there will be a weekly vlog because I'm gonna be pretty much home all week and there won't be Katja the entertainer around. So I think I'm gonna film the Q&A / your assumptions about me video instead, because you have sent me actually quite a lot of questions. So yeah, that's coming up next Sunday and I guess I'll see you then. Bye!
About to leave, already packing, come with me, I'm not really asking.